Mandatory's podcast. I'm your host, Deshaun. Co-hosting with me today is Madden over here.
What up, though?
What's the word, G? What's the word?
Man, what's the word, man? I can't call it. Can't call it like a blind referee, man.
I feel that. That part.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Speaking of fire, I'm gonna just go ahead and get right into this podcast, man. The first topic, we talked about a little bit before we got on air, but let's talk about the whole like Kanye running from his team and them trying to catch him desperately like Tom and Jerry.
Okay, let's get into this. Kanye West's legal team to run newspaper ads to tell them they've dumped him. So apparently they have not been able to get in touch with their client. The legal firm dumped Ye rather, in the middle of his wild tour of media interviews spouting anti-Semitic conspiracies.
Honestly, man, I don't even feel bad for a dude anymore. He kind of did it to himself. Like every move he's been making in the last like month and a half has been the wrong move. Like,
is it still part of the grand plan, the grand scheme?
If you ask his fans, they're gonna say, "Yeah, it's all for his presidency in 2024." You can put that to the books.
I don't know, man. He's already admitted that he's bipolar, so I don't know if you want a person who's admitted bipolar disorder to be like the president of the United States.
Yeah,
I mean, but like the way America's heading, I mean, shit, the nation probably, you know what I'm saying? We might, you know what I'm saying, maybe not Kanye, but you know what I mean? Like we on some bullshit.
If he runs Republican, he low-key might have a shot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, he's gonna have to spew a lot of that rhetoric, though. You feel me? And like, I feel like he's like Kanye. One thing I have to give to Kanye, he's uncontrollable. And I feel like to be somebody in that type of position, you have like that's the definition of control. That's the definition of order. So
yeah, I mean, like I know the government got checks and balances, but who really like checking the president of the United States? Like whatever he wants.
Well, I mean, like
this to a certain extent gonna happen.
I mean, the shit got to go through Congress and all that. You feel me? So it's like he still got to like, he got to parlay. You know what I'm saying? The different people that's in like office and shit, and like the different powers that be.
Yeah.
So it's like he got to appease them, the power structure. So it's like I'm just trying to picture Kanye as the president in 2024. What do you think it would be his first? What do you think it would be his first step before we get back into the legal team drama?
Everybody going to his Sunday services.
Right.
Mandatory.
Oh, you know what? Kanye would probably bring church back into school.
I wouldn't be mad at that, low key.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't either, man, because.
But it would have to be done like the right way, like.
But it's so many different type of religions, and
that's what I'm saying.
And I feel like back when like church was in school, America was like much more solidly like a Christian type of, nation. You feel me? So I feel like our values and morals was more aligned in that realm
with like Bible stuff.
Yeah, but, so it's like now in 2023, you trying to bring church into school. It's like
everybody's different.
Everybody's different. Like it's like, bro, it's like ain't no telling what happened. That shit'll probably make shit worse now.
You know what I'm saying? Like me, like personally, I'm a Christian. Like they started teaching Bible in school, I'd be happy. But like, the Muslim person down the street from me would be pretty pissed off learning about Jesus in school.
Yeah.
Like,
so that might be kind of crazy. Like, so like with Kanye's legal team, I don't want to make any assumptions, but like, so are we assuming that they are of Jewish descent?
When you highlight things like this highlighted text.
Yeah, but I mean, like anybody. I mean, whether black, white, or indifferent.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was getting to. Is like I don't feel like only Jewish people are mad at Kanye.
Of course not
anymore. Like, definitely in the beginning that was his main beef was like Jewish people, but I think everybody is collectively like Kanye. Shut up today. Yeah. Like stop talking about everything. Like,
and the thing about Kanye is like he kind of flies off the hip with his words, and like your words are so powerful. I mean, our words have power just here. So it's amplified to the 1,000th degree with somebody like Kanye West.
Somebody with a platform as big as him.
Yeah, so it's like, as the old adage goes, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's how you say it.
And like you see people in interviews all the time, like they'll pause and say, you know what, how can I word this correctly? You know what I'm saying? Before I say something wrong, let me pause for the cause.
Like, if you ever seen like Barack Obama do like interviews or whatever, like somebody asked him a question, he always and then he starts to talk. He doesn't just say the first thing that comes out of his head. He just like he always pauses for a second and thinks, and then he's like, all right, well, here's what I got to say about blah blah blah. Like,
and that's what Kanye does. I mean, like, we loved him for it in the beginning.
Yeah, well, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
But then 2 years later, Taylor Swift.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
you know what I'm saying. So it's oh wow, it's almost crazy when I say, like, I mean, just in general, you have to be careful who you give platforms to. Yeah. You have to understand that we celebrated Kanye because of his musical genius, which is undeniable.
No, man, is a genius.
And rightfully so. Yeah. Just like the contribution to music has brought to everybody's life. Of course, we want to celebrate that, but I feel like, especially like with the music industry, like, you have to understand, like, it's no real rules to the industry. So it's kind of like, as long as you're making money and you deliver your product on time, they pretty much let you be an artist, quote unquote. They let you be an artist.
To a certain extent, you know what I'm definitely. Saying? But even before all this like controversy stuff, Kanye was like one of them producers who he would just like be pushing music with uncleared samples and like not stealing, but like cutting people out of verses and like all this other stuff, and like,
oh wow,
he was like sampling Kid Cudi. This one time, Cudi didn't even know he was on the song. He didn't even like Kanye at that point in time.
Yeah, like
Kanye was still like sampling him into like the music, and Cudi's like, bro, stop it, like cut it out.
What was their whole beef about? Because I know they did the Kids See Ghosts album. And that was like the last thing I heard from him.
I'm pretty sure that it was. I think it was. I'm not really that much into it, but I'm pretty sure it was a combination of like inflated ego, like I did this and you wouldn't be this without me doing this, and like I'm pretty sure there was beef with the money side of it as well, because like Kanye was like shooting up like rocket speed, and Cudi was kind of like a slow burn, kind of rise to fame. Okay, if that makes any sense. And I feel like the money was kind of like playing into that a little bit too, as far as promotion and like interviews and all that other stuff.
And one thing we have to always remember too, like when you sign with an artist, because I was just thinking about this.
Yeah.
Like when, like you said, Kanye is shooting to the top. So when an artist is shooting to the top, right, and they have to maintain their, so they just have to stay focused and have tunnel vision on what they're doing. You can't really, I mean, you can blame them because they started the label and it's like, okay, you wanted to be a businessman, but it's like, I feel like you can't expect an artist to pay 100% attention to the business and make sure all your...
No, they want to create.
Yeah, they want to create. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like they want to be in the studio making the beats. And
when you sign to an artist, it's almost like it's like Games of Thrones. It's like a Game of Thrones, because the whole precipice is once you get on top to stay on top. Mm-hmm. And nobody at the top wants to lose their spot.
Of course not.
So it's like, whether you're assigned to another artist or whether you're just from the same city, I feel like it's gonna be some chess moves made to keep people in certain positions. And I feel like the only way that you really get elevated to the top is when the powers that be push the button.
Yeah, that part. That's very true. Because like Kanye wouldn't be known without Jay-Z. True. Jay-Z found that dude, put him on. Like,
well, technically, Dame, Jay didn't believe in him. I mean, Jay just wanted him as a producer. Dame kind of begrudgingly, gave him a shot. But
yeah, I saw his documentaries and all that. Yeah,
but I feel like even with that, he knew that Jay, even though it was kind of like it was a disloyal move to leave Dame for Jay. It was the smart business move, because Jay, as the artist, had that cliche and that clout and that power, and with you being such a power mega producer, and with Dame being cut out of the business, it's just it didn't make sense to go another way, especially when you're still ascending.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was really his only like good like business, like straight business move. That was the best thing he could have done.
Yeah, I agree. But as far
there's right and wrong ways for like artists to like have like labels and like management and all that, because you look at like Eminem with like Slaughterhouse back in the day, like him and Roy, like he was mad favoritism with like Royce versus everybody else. Like if you heard Joe Budden talk about it,
Yeah, I'm very hip to Slaughterhouse and what they had going on.
yeah, they should have changed the rap game, honestly. But that's a whole different set of things. But comparing that to somebody like J. Cole wrote at Dreamville, like he lets his artists have a lot of freedom and like a lot of room to growth. But you know, every so often J. Cole's like, yeah, like I like this song you got. Let's put out a remix. I'ma hop on it with you. Like,
I mean, even in with Dreamville, I think Ari Lennox has some gripes with the label as well. I mean, it's like I said, like no relationship
it's never
is going to be 100% perfect.
Yeah, it's never perfect.
It's never going to be perfect, and I know everything's going to sound good up front, but hey, man, like I think I was watching T.I. with Shannon on Shannon Sharp, and he was just talking about the son. He was like, man, it's going to be some theft going on in this business. It's like they look at it as an initiation almost. Yeah. Like if you can make it through this, if you can overcome this obstacle, then you can get to the money. So
yeah. You know, speaking of getting to the money though, let's go ahead and slide on to this next topic. Netflix is apparently looking to hire somebody to fly a private jet full time for a large sum of money, and if my laptop wants to cooperate with me, I will tell you that amount of money.
I think it was $385,000.
$385,000 is correct. Hit it right on the nail. You know, if you can fly private jets, you know, you might as well hit Netflix up. They've been making power moves lately though.
I'm saying, like, what is the jet? I mean, jet's like plural, so it's like more than one. Like, so it's like, I mean, what is the? I'm still kind of confused.
You see, they putting together a dream crew, willing to pay over $250,000. All right, they got pre-flights, lieutenant stock room, maintaining. So it looks like they just like want like a good solid crew.
Well, I'm looking at this purpose. I think they just want like they just want to start a. From what I'm reading is.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's not really saying like. I guess the role demands flexibility to work, very including international travels. So I guess they're just talking about like just for. I said Netflix era, so I guess they just trying to move around some executives, big name people that just need to, you know what I'm saying, do their thing, or maybe vacation.
People who need to get places fast for the most part.
I think up there it said like safe and confidential. I saw that at times while performing. Yeah, confidential air transportation, and should be able to perform their jobs with discretion.
So somebody who ain't gonna just be spilling all
right. You gotta read the key words.
I was just out here with Jaden Smith, and we flew to LA.
No. You would probably be signing a lot of NDAs doing that.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, Netflix recently purchased that military base a couple weeks ago to like have more space to film projects.
Okay.
I believe they bought it out. I don't want to don't quote me on this, but it was about either $1 or $2 million. They bought out this old army base, which was like gonna be their new like in-house blue screen, like special effects, like all that other stuff.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it though. Netflix has like a couple of projects I'm looking forward to.
Okay. What are those?
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cautiously optimistic for this The Last Airbender series.
Okay.
That's my favorite like show from my childhood or whatever. I'm looking forward to, you know, a couple new seasons of new shows coming out, and just like it's like 3 or 4 different projects that I'm like looking forward to for real.
I gotta hop back in my Netflix bag. I've been slacking lately.
Man, I've been on my anime bag recently. I've been going full weeb. I'm not gonna lie. I've started and finished like 10 animes in the last like 7 days. Like it's getting up there. Let me see. You know, speaking of like, you know, TV and like TV people, famous people, celebrity people, you know, Frankie Muniz, the main character in Malcolm in the Middle, as well as a variety of like films from like back in the day. He recently signed on to become a NASCAR driver, which apparently is a lifelong dream of his. You know, you get the money, you get the fame, you could get in the car. It's him today, him as a kid, like Dang, he's 5'5". That dude is short.
Yeah, I peeped that too. I'm like, damn, dude is short.
He's way shorter than I would imagine him to be. But yeah, I mean that's what's up. I guess it's a random dream, and I don't see why. Like, well, me personally, if I got into something as like secure and like safe as acting, I would not turn around and get into some like
as hazardous as racing.
Yeah, like just straight hazard.
But you know, like I feel like a lot of times it could be a litany of reasons why he stepped away from acting.
Yeah,
you might not be getting booked no more for real. He might not like you know like a lot of times actors get typecast, and you know you might have fit for a certain role as a child and as a young adult, but as you get older, you kind of like they might not have necessarily the roles. Or maybe, or even the roles that you deem satisfactory. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like.
So if you wouldn't even be interested in for real, like
you know, a lot of times, you know, people get burnt out. You do something for 20, 30 years, or you know, what I'm saying, your whole life, man. It's like you know, you need a taste of something new.
Yeah.
And like even though I love music and I'm doing music, I'm discovering new things about myself. Like last year, like I picked up the skate. Now I bought the skateboard in 2012, and I actually rode it like 10 years later, you know what I'm saying, as a grown ass man. But like, you know, like I can see myself like going to the X Games, maybe not like as a skateboarder, but it's like, you know, just exploring new different things. And like, I feel like it's dope just to try new stuff. And you only got one life to live, so you might as well try to live your dreams.
Yeah, I didn't know you skate. I skate too.
Okay, yeah, like.
Yeah, I've been skating since like 2019.
Okay, yeah. I was going to, it's a park like in Southwest Detroit. I think it's off 4th Street, like under the bridge.
Oh yeah, Riverside.
Okay, yeah, I went there. And then it's another park in Lansing. You know, Lansing, that's like my second home, so I'll be going up there all the time. It's a spot on Michigan. So I was tearing that joint up in the summer, man. So yeah, like I rock with it. It's just something to. Even though I'm just doing some simple ass shit, but it was just
like it
was just
you got your ollie locked down or
no? I don't got shit locked down. I got the stay on the board and don't fall locked down.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
You probably do a lot of like transition and like a lot of stuff like on ramps.
I got some video. I can show you.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people get like hurt skating.
Yeah, like trust me, bro. Like trust me, I'm like I fell in my kitchen. Like I just got on the board in my kitchen one time and bust my ass. I'm like, damn, this is like it's like playing with dynamite or a loaded gun. It's like one mistake and you really get hit.
I'm saying like I'm not sure how well it's gonna come out on camera, but I got like a couple cuts on my hand. Like
I see him, yeah.
Yeah, I was like skateboarding downtown. I was skateboarding with a couple of my friends like on the Art and Hart Plaza.
Yeah.
And I had like went down this like off the side of this spiral thing, and I didn't lift up the front of my board enough, so it clipped and I fell. I cracked my watch. It was bad. I was like, my knee was torn up. Like. Yeah, it was.
On the side note, you ever rode one of those birds or like those like those motor scooters?
Yeah.
Man, I was downtown in Nashville like at the end of the summer last year, me and my dog. And we was riding them joints. We actually pulled up to the strip club. We pulled up to the Crazy Horse in Nashville on some damn scooters from downtown.
I'm sick about it, bro.
Bro, I'm talking about we pulled up to the birds on a bird, goddamn. And like, dog, my nigga, I don't know, that was his first time riding. He was riding that joint, nigga. I was holding on for dear life, bro. Like, I swear to God. We riding in the middle of the street and shit. I clipped my shit on the curb and shit. I'm trying not to fall. I'm like, hell no.
Nah,
that shit
bro.
was fun, though.
I was like in South Carolina with like a couple of my family members over the summer and stuff for vacation. And we had gone on like these ATVs and they took us through this like forest or whatever. Bro, my little brother, he was 20 at the time, and he was like riding. He was so afraid to like do everything, and that was my first time on that joint too. Bro, I'm up there, I'm riding, I'm standing up with like one leg on the side, like
fooling?
I was looking like I've been riding for like 10 years.
Like, you should have been with Meek Mill and them niggas.
Bro, I'm saying, Meek Mill be fooling.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of fooling though, yeah. Would you go back to somebody who cheated on you? No. What if you did, like...
What if I did?
Yeah, what if you did, right? And then that person got into a near fatal car accident, and they cheated on you again, what would your response be to that?
I deserve it.
You deserve it.
A tiger can't change his stripes. A leopard can't change his spots. And I was just thinking about that, dealing with myself, because you know what I'm saying. I actually had an ex that I stepped out on. You feel me? And then she actually, well, it was like we broke up and shit, but she contacted me years later and shit.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying. I didn't try to pursue anything. She didn't try to pursue anything. But in the back of her mind, I had to take into account that she probably felt like, you know what I'm saying, I would like this nigga cool as hell, but I could never fuck with this nigga again because of what he did. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I just gotta accept it. And I didn't we wasn't trying to get back together and no shit. But actually, I just thought about that yesterday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just going through the course of my thoughts, ruminating over different things. I'm like, that's just part of the game. You feel me? As you just get more revelations, you got to realize that leopard don't change its spots. It would have to be like a deep, you know what I'm saying, like spiritual awakening type shit for like
a journey.
Yeah, like, for me to believe
you don't just wake up and be like, oh, I'm different.
Yeah,
now.
I'm not. I would have to you know how you ain't seen a person in a long time, and then when you see him like after like maybe 5 to, you look at him, it's not the same person.
Yeah,
like they're not there no more. That's I'm talking about in a bad way, but in sometimes it's a good way. You can see somebody you ain't seen in a long time. It's just a light inside of them. You can see in their eyes, like their skin, like they whole aura. Like this is a different person. You know what I'm saying? And
some people people change every day, I think. Yeah. But like it's not big changes every day. It's a lot of like little changes or whatever. But you know, I feel like that's the beauty of like going a long time without seeing somebody. You get to see the culmination of all those like tiny changes in like their biggest form or whatever.
Yeah. But
tell
me about the story though.
Oh yeah. It was a woman, you know, her man cheated on her or whatever. He got into a car accident, and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay with him. I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying? We got kids together and all this other stuff. So you know, she nursed him back to health. They got back together. Then he cheated on her a second time.
Man. Maybe like, cause obviously she obviously loves this person. She don't want to leave him. A lot of times people be staying with people that doing wrong because they don't want to be lonely and shit. But like maybe they just need to work out another situation. You feel me? Maybe she just like if she just got to be with this person, then she just got to accept who he is, and like maybe try to add some spice to their life. You feel me? Bring in a couple other bitches, man.
Oh, you talking about polygamy now?
I mean, she said she loved. I mean, baby. Hey. I would say to my wife, baby, you say you love me. You say you want me to be happy. Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
you know how I am.
I'd be happier with you and with her too. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or just even just like the freedom, the thought that just I can do that can sometimes, you know what I'm saying, can comfort you enough to be like, yeah, I'm good at home.
You know, like.
I can step out if I want to, but I'm good at home.
Yeah, she gonna be waiting for me. That's all good.
Some shit.
Some people though go another route where they don't break up, but they outlive their spouses, which is a pain that you know is very like unique to not even just elderly people, but you know they go through that you know the most out of everybody. But you know. Love finds a way, you know, life goes on, you find more people, you're 93 years old, you were the second man on the moon, it's your birthday, and you get married to your longtime sweetheart who's 30 years younger than you at 60 years old. You know, that's the life of Buzz Aldrin, you know, second man on the moon behind Neil Armstrong. He got married the other day, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, congratulations, Buzz. My grandfather actually got married when he was 75. Sent to his girlfriend Maggie. I don't know how much younger she was than him, but yeah, I've seen something that my grandfather wasn't quite that old, 93.
Yeah, 93 is a long time to be alive.
I mean, I think about it like, damn, why get married, my guy? Just that's
you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you just hurting somebody.
Or maybe he just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that you've been holding me down. I want to make sure that you're entrusted and legally entitled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
could have a lot to do with it.
A lot of like legal people.
You ain't got no kids? Like, damn, Buzz, you don't leave that shit to your kids? You don't leave it to your wife, man.
Does he have kids? I'm about to look up.
You said it's like his second wife, isn't it?
This is his fourth wife.
Oh, fourth wife. Oh, yeah. Buzz got kids. Yeah, he definitely got some.
Yeah.
Buzz ain't look bad though. He look good for 93.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he doing it. Oh, he got 3 kids.
3 kids.
It looks like a Janice, an Andrew, and a James.
Okay. Shout out Buzz, man. I think G and I did a story a couple weeks ago. Janae Aiko, I think her dad had a new baby at like 73 or something. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, shout out to longevity.
73.
He was in the 70s for sure. Might have been higher than that. Might have been 77.
That is insane. I couldn't imagine having a kid at 70 years old. That's nuts.
He was playing that one song, I Be Stroking. I be stroking.
Bro gonna look like, I wonder how many kids Nick Cannon about to have when he like.
You know what? I was just watching something. I think it was I was watching a clip on YouTube. Like Alanya Van Zant, she was talking to these dudes. I think it was like 6 dudes that had like 80 something children just between them.
Genghis Khan?
Man, they said like most of the world got Genghis Khan DNA.
Yeah, because he was getting that active when he was when
he was a
alive.
fucking emperor.
I mean, yeah, he do what you do. He was an invader.
Invader, conqueror, emperor. Wow.
Yeah, you know, speaking of like kids or whatever, and you know, age gaps with kids. Imagine you're a 25-year-old man. You know, you peaked in high school. You know, you lived your glory days. You was like, you know what? I was at my absolute happiest playing for the LA Ravens in high school. I know Ravens isn't LA, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Bro got arrested for just posting up on these 17-year-olds in high school. Like,
oh my God.
Apparently, the mother of the woman.
Oh, this was in 2018.
Yeah, this was in 2018. But I'm pretty sure his charges like just got finalized.
Yeah, cause I just saw this. It just popped up on my feed not too long ago.
I'm pretty sure that his charges had just got finalized the other day, which is why it like is recirculating in the news. But just go play at a YMCA. Like, why? Go to the gym. Like,
or go play some summer league or try try out for the G League or go overseas, man. Try to see if you can. Was he balling? Was he at least balling on them young niggas, or was he like averaging 12 points?
I heard he was dunking on them little kids. Bro. I heard he was.
Damn, this nigga got grown man strength, man.
Bro, posted up for real, like.
Like, dog, that is funny.
Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine nothing like that.
I mean, like, what, like, mentally, what goes through a person's mind?
You know, I was talking to my brother about that the other day. Like, how far off do you gotta be to be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fake my identity. I'm gonna have somebody around me forge this paperwork, because you gotta have your parents' signature.
Yeah, you gotta have a whole
and not only enroll but to play sports out of high school. Like, there's this wasn't an overnight decision. There was layers to this. Like,
yeah. And like, just like, man, fuck it, man. I'm just about to go do what I gotta do, man. I just to be in that circle, I just like to be a fly on the wall when that conversation was on.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, mans was taking tests.
That's what I'm
eating
saying.
School lunch.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta go back. You gotta walk into school every day.
That's
like,
what
nigga,
I'm
you going to
saying.
school?
Like, it's not
you
just
like, you 25-year-old man taking AP, like taking chemistry. Like, bro, like why are you fucking you in school?
Because it's not just the basketball, bro.
Right? He gotta be a kid again.
Bro over here about to ask somebody to prom.
Right,
like,
right, bro. What the fuck is
he
wrong?
He was 17. Like,
I didn't want to. Like,
I couldn't imagine just being in that mindset. You know, I wonder what position he played. Like, he had to be a center. He had to be a center.
He was probably shooting guard.
He probably a center playing like a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? No, I had seen this video of Shaquille O'Neal just like wetting threes a couple months ago.
Like recently or like back in the day?
Recently, like old Shaq. Like,
why the fuck he couldn't hit no free throws if he hitting threes?
I don't know. I guess he retired and he was like, bro, they keep on messing with me.
You know what's so crazy? I think it gotta be the pressure, because Shaq was probably in practice, nigga, nailing them bitches like 80% from the free throw line. He get to the game, brick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that shit be, though. Like, you killing shit.
Them big centers be having the ugliest shots, too.
Right, because it's like, because I feel like just your projection towards the rim, it's like, nigga, you eye to eye with the motherfucking rim. How you gonna shoot it?
You just throw just drop that
bitch in there. For real, most niggas is shooting up at the basket. These niggas, like, they eye to eye with the basket.
Right, looking down at it.
Right.
Somebody like not Giannis, Yao Ming. Like,
oh man, forget about it.
Come on, bro.
Forget about it, dog. You too tall to play basketball.
Bro hitting that Michael Jordan at the end of Space Jam. I'm just like reaching out. But no, speaking of shooting things that are high in the sky, scientists have been shooting down lightning bolts in Switzerland. They've been shooting down lightning bolts with lasers, like some kind of sci-fi dream. Not really shooting them down. It was actually happening. You know, like how what lightning is like a discharge between like particles in the clouds, and like it finds ground on the ground, and it goes to like the closest like neutral point or closest.
I ain't know shit about lightning. I know I learned something new. I just knew that, you know what I'm saying, stay in the fucking house.
That's what like the concept of like a lightning rod is like something in this something not in the sky, but something grounded for the lightning to be attracted to or whatever.
Right.
What these scientists have been doing is like seeing lightning forming. They've been like shooting lasers at a certain like angle and certain like, you know, angles to guide the lightning to like specific places on the ground where nobody is. But that's a crazy thing.
Playing God.
That is crazy.
I mean it's
that is crazy.
I can't say. I mean, like, that is like, it's smart if you're trying to like direct lightning away from people.
It's smart, but like the fact that this is something that's just happening in our lifetime is wild to me. Like,
so you think there'll be the Mars in our lifetime?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying though.
Hey, if Elon keep throwing money at SpaceX, definitely.
That's what I'm saying though.
Definitely. I hope we make it too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it on this earth no more. Low key, like that's just me. But no, you said before we got on, you had a couple of things you wanted to.
Yes. All right.
Go ahead and bring us up.
Okay, so this is my little librarian session. Mm-hmm. For right now, you know what I'm saying, it's your friendly neighborhood librarian, Louis Automatic. You know what I'm saying, right here on the Notorious Podcast. And right. What I want to do is I want to talk about something that I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm. What's
it's
that?
About choosing yourself. So often, you know, we choose. You know what I'm saying? Other people, we choose different things. So we're always looking at the external, you feel me? We're always looking at something outside of ourselves to validate us or bring us happiness or give us some sense of worth. But like, I feel like people need to choose themselves. And what I mean by choose yourself, you know what I'm saying? Make yourself the number one priority, because I feel like when you don't prioritize yourself and you prioritize other people, like you're pulling away from the cloth that you cut from. You're pulling away from your own being. And really this concept came to me because, like, you know, a lot of times we as men, we're often chasing women. We're expending so much energy chasing women, and not just chasing women. You could be chasing your dreams. But like, what I've learned is to try to focus on attracting what we want instead of chasing what we want. And when you choose yourself, that's how you're able to actually attract what you want. And I have a couple examples. Well, really, the main example is, you know, models and athletes. You feel me? Like, you want to be attractive to your desires. And like, when you look at somebody like an athlete, you know what I'm saying, they judge them a lot by numbers. You know, like an athlete, he might like run they look at your 40 time, like combines look at your 40 time, they might look at your vertical, they might look at your strength conditioning. When they see certain numbers, these numbers are attractive to teams. And depending on how attractive these numbers are, that's how, you know, that's where you get placed in the draft. But like, in order to get these attractive numbers, the athlete has to put in dedication. He has to work. He has to like, there's a opportunity cost. You have to like, there's so much things that you have to sacrifice in order to make this dream come true. And you have to choose yourself instead of choosing parties, choosing drugs, choosing women. You know what I'm saying? And like, this thing really came to me because it was like, in looking at the dynamic between relationships, men and women, men were always on the hunt. But I've learned to basically stand still like a statue. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? What is a statue? Think of like any great monument, you know, Like the birds are attracted. The birds land on the actual statue. The statue doesn't go out. You know, it's the statue of a great man. The statue, he just stands still. Just like I heard it from Sub-Zero. What he say? Pose and get chose. You feel me? Shout out to Sub. That's his title. But like that's to me, that's the same thing as standing still like a statue. You feel me? The bread get thrown at the statue. The birds land on the statue. Sometimes the birds might even shit on the statue. But know what? The statue remains the statue. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, you just gotta stand as that great monument and just knowing who you are, and that comes from choosing yourself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
a lot of self-discipline is tied up in that as well.
Michael Jordan, he had a quote. I believe it was on the Oprah show where he said, like, when you chase something. I said this on the Notorious podcast before. When you chase something, you may never get it, but when you learn to attract it, you know what I'm saying, it's bestowed upon you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Because I like, I'm an animal guy, low key. Like, I know I don't be putting it out there like that, but you ever like see somebody try to tame a wild animal? Like when they try to chase it, the animal either going to attack or like run away. Yeah. Like, what they do, like a lot of the time, they'll like set like some food out and they'll like let the animal come to them and like start building that trust and relationship. Yeah. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't always. Like a lot of the time, sometimes you can like go out like run and you can just like keep hammering at the wall till you get your goal or whatever. But you know sometimes it is easier to just like lean back and just like relax.
Yeah, and just be attractive to it.
Just relax.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times you could think that you don't have nothing, but there's something about you to where it might be your aura, it just might be, you know what I'm saying, like your conversation, but that will attract people to you. And like sometimes, a lot of times people can see stuff in you that you don't even see in yourself.
That's very true. You know
they see the potential in you. And just like even like back to like the athletes and models thing with the models, I mean, attraction, it goes without even saying. That's one of the few like professions where like your entire career is based on basically how you look. Yeah. How you attract.
Like being attractive is your job.
That is your job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that whole thing goes into it. So like again, man, I just want people to choose themselves. And like obviously you want your choice to choose you. You want this to be a mutual exchange, you know what I'm saying? And the only way you can do that is, like I said, to be attracted to your desires. So be magnetic.
You know, like I don't know like how exactly my mind went there, but I just went to like the plot of the first Cars movie, you know, like Lightning McQueen.
Okay, I don't think I saw that one.
The first one?
Yeah, the animation.
Yeah,
I might have. I don't remember.
So it was like I will explain it like pretty briefly, but it was like this race car. He was like the number one racer in the world. He was the fastest car out here. Nobody could mess with him. This, that, and the third. And he was on his way to like this big race or whatever, and he had like fell out of his like trailer. He was he was like getting towed and he like fell out, and he ended up getting like stranded in this small town with like no connection to the outside world for real, and he was just like there by himself. And he spends a lot of the movie just saying like, yeah, like soon as I'm fixed up, I'm out of here. Like I'm going to race. Like he was just one set mind to just getting out and just finding like his way out basically. And you know, he wasn't really like paying attention to his surroundings or like any of the cars there. His only goal was to leave. And then he ends up like finding out that the sheriff, who was like the police like sheriff of the town or whatever, used to be a race car as well. And he's like, oh, like maybe there is something for me here. So he starts like opening up a little bit, like paying attention to his surroundings. He's like picking up little techniques from like this he's like best friends with like this tow truck who's like, you know, obviously a tow truck, you run away from the tow truck or whatever. The tow truck's like, yeah, like, you know, like sometimes like in order to turn left you gotta turn right like really hard. And he you know, basically like drifting like 101. But you know, Lightning McQueen, the main character, is like, okay, like, you know, maybe I'll try that, maybe I won't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he like settles down, he like finds a girl there, and everything's cool. He's like, you know what, I'm really starting to like it here. Yeah. And then his management team comes and finds him. They're like, Lightning, we gotta get to the race. We gotta go. He's like, bro, like, let me just at least take my people with me. And now he's like, yeah, like these townspeople are my people or whatever. But you know, I kind of like where my mind went with that because you know, he learned his lesson from like opening up to what was around him the whole time, basically.
And like when he became one with himself, I feel like he became one with himself, and he was happy, and he had that warmth. You feel me? That's what attracted his people to come. Like, man, we gotta get you, bro. Exactly. He found you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his
like,
environment.
Yeah, like, if he was still searching and wanting and trying to leave, then they would have never found him.
Exactly.
But because he was
just sitting back and just like relaxing, that was all he really needed to do at the end of the day. And like a plot point I had forgotten to explain or whatever, like the Sheriff Racecar, like basically Lightning McQueen was going to this big race in the beginning to get like this Piston Cup, which was like the grand prize of like all the cars in the world or whatever. The sheriff had 3 of them boys just tucked away in a corner,
right,
collecting dust. Like,
I mean, shit, that just go to say the shit that's new to you, old to somebody else. They been there, done that. They been there, done that, and they ain't even tripping off that shit no more.
You know what I'm saying? Like, them boys was hidden. Like,
it's all a process. I mean, like, you know, like as we learn and we grow, and we mature, like we just go through different stages and phases. And like that's the beauty of life too, though. Like the different phases, you get to look back and say, "Damn, I was tripping right there," or "Damn, that was a good move I made." So,
facts.
You know, we just gotta, like MJ said, we gotta adopt that attitude and just watch it become bestowed upon us.
Yeah, those are some pretty good closing words, low key. I'm not gonna hold you. Did you have anything else you wanted to bring up or address? Or?
That was it. That was it.
All right, for sure. I'm gonna wrap this John up here. Then you know what I'm saying. Signing off. You know, I'm your host, Deshaun D-Hawk. Notorious, we in the building.
Notorious.
Signing off for Matter right here. Say bye to the people, my brother.
Man, I love y'all. We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Notorious. Stay up.
Stay positive. We out.